block off. I ain't karate kidding. Bruce Lee, giving you double vision, no fear, no mercy. Gloves off, try and hurt me. You can't hurt me. You can't hurt me. You can't hurt me. Sweep the leg.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good morning this morning. It is good to see you. It's a new day. It's a new station. It's a new time. Well, not really a new time, but we have the start of a new era in WWE, and I think that's what we should be talking about today. We're not going to talk about other stuff. We're going to maybe make this short because it is my anniversary weekend and I have plans today. But I'm here for you guys. And so I really think that today, all the other things put aside, we need to talk about Smackdown, I think, in its entirety. It's 25 years of existence, right, so far. It is no longer on network TV. I think this is the first time Smackdown has not been on network TV, if I'm 100% correct. It is now on cable. It's on the USA Network for NBC and all NBC Universal, which also rumors are saying that they're going to bring back Saturday night's main event on NBC, and there's talks that Jesse Ventura may be the voice of that. So interesting week as we have the new kickoff to Friday Night Smackdown, being the fact that, hey, USA now has, well, for the next couple of months anyway, they have Raw and SmackDown. So, yeah, last night was definitely very interesting. We have a new logo. We have a new entrance. We have a new theme song. I didn't hear that, Cold-Blooded. Cold-Blooded says, good to see you, buddy. Rumor has it that Megan Thee Stallion is also doing the new theme song for this show. Are you talking about Smack Attack or are you talking about SmackDown? So, it'll be interesting. And yeah, Chris is already coming in with a hot take saying it would have been a great spot for Jimmy Uso to return. No one wants this match with Cody involved, and it shows. Yes, boy. I mean, I don't disagree with you 100%. It feels forced. Okay. What's up, Jerome? What's up, Aaron Ben Shlomo? And what's up, Cold-Blooded is in Spec Attacks. And so, yeah, okay, cool. I didn't get that last night listening to it, but hey, we can check that out. Here, let's see. Let me pull it up because I think Neva Play featured RM of BTS. That's and it says at The Stallion. This is according to WWE's official Twitter account. So here, let's for those who haven't seen it yet, for those who haven't watched it, let's check it out. All right. So let me get my screen up and we'll share this. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let them know we on the way. Counting zeros every day. You know that we never play. Hey, time I never been one to play with. Money talking is my first language. Me and RM gang, we gangin'. Boss level, he ain't even in the ranking. They wanna smell with the hottie be cooking. They don't rock when they see me at a cooking. Just know when it's time for me to get my big bang. All y'all finna be 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there it is. That is the new SmackDown, whatchamacallit, theme song. Jimmy, good to see you, buddy. Glad to see you here. Welcome, Jimmy. We can hear you, so here you go. Let's see. Jimmy can't hear. So say what you want about Jimmy all right now, right? Right now. Say it all. Um, um, and so anything you want to say about Jimmy? Now's the time. All it took was making the Stallion to bring Jimmy out. Yep, sure is. So, well, we know it's not my microphone that he can't hear me because y'all can hear me. So, that'll be interesting to say the least. Yeah, Jimmy T looks. Oh, Zane Vicious with a shot. Woo! Hey, Jimmy T actually showed up. Gotcha. Oh, interesting, Chris. They are talking about that. There were talks that SmackDown may bring the fist back. Woo! Hey, Jimmy. I can hear
Hello,
myself.
John.
Yeah.
What about now?
What about now?
Can
Yep.
you hear yourself?
I can hear you in like triple echo. And now I can hear me again. Yeah.
No, can you? No, really.
Yeah, really. I can hear me.
Shit, man. Hold on.
Yeah, you're good.
What about now?
Yeah, I can still hear me.
Right, hold on. Now?
Now let's try it. Nope. Oh, no, there it goes.
So you can hear yourself?
Yeah.
For Christ's sake, give me a moment.
No,
This is a problem I've been having. What about now?
What about now?
Can you hear yourself?
Yeah. It's on a delay,
Still.
but yeah. Uh-huh.
Man, it's got to stop. Wait. Tell me. Now, John, can you hear yourself?
Now, John, can you hear yourself? No. Yeah, now it stopped. Yeah. Oh, there it is. God
damn it, man. This is doing my head in, bro. You just give me a moment. I'll fix it. It will be fixed. Actually, I know why.
Okay.
Just bear with me while I... Oh, what about now? Did you hear yourself?
No.
All right, it's fixed.
As far as I could tell.
All right, good. That's it.
All right, there we go. Yay! Oh, yeah. No, that's not going to get annoying real quick.
Hey, can I ask, why the fuck am I in a little box?
Hang on. Was that?
No problems. What's going on, peeps? Why have you got hit with me? Zane, come on, bro.
Wow.
I was going to do this for you, bro. But,
Okay. All right. And put a stone over that too. We got to figure out okay.
What's wrong?
Okay. Go do that, please. Thank you. All right. Sorry, my dog got out again. My littlest Jarvis.
You're kidding.
He's
Don't get him.
Jacob's got it. That's what he was telling me.
All right.
He's in our neighbor's yard. He's in our neighbor's yard, and he's been getting out, and he's been getting out up to the main part of the road, but now he's apparently he got out into my neighbor's yard between the fences, and there's a hole, and then he can't get back, so Jacob's got to go get him. So it's been fun, to say the least, for some reason.
My dog used to get out all the time, bro, and it used to be the worst, to the point where sometimes he'd disappear for a good hour and a half. And I used to shit myself because I'm like, man, he's not gonna get hit by a car. Because you know how dogs are, bro. They don't care, they don't look up, they're not like cats when they're out on the streets, you know what I mean? But thank God my dog actually returned to the house after, whatever he did. But man, I used to shit bricks all the time, man. And Zane, I was gonna do this for you, bro. Look, this one's for him. Things of the world. Could you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's all right. Now I got myself a new roadcaster, right? And I'm still trying to figure out the all the bullshit, man. It's it's a bit complicated, but anyway, as long as you get your dog back, that's all that matters, John.
Yeah, I mean he's right next door, so that's
then.
not the issue. It's just okay, fine. Well, oh well. I was playing with settings last week, Jimmy. That's what it was, and I found the rounded square box instead of the rectangle, and I thought I'd give that a try.
You get me off this box because I'm like chopped out sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure right now.
Oh man, you got to go in the settings. I don't know if I can change it. Can I change it? I should be able to change. No, I can't.
Settings. That's what I'm trying to find.
I know it's in the settings, but because I can't do it because you're the main dude right now.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
I think I have to do it.
No, not the settings, not the settings. See on the bottom, right? See if you got the little ticker on the bottom, right?
Okay.
Do you see there's little squares and boxes around there?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Click on one of those until you get the one that we usually do.
Well, this is the one we usually do, but like I goofed with the layout. So like when I hit edit layout,
you got to go to the far right. You got to you got to manually change the boxes.
Yeah,
you must have made them this size manually, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think I did. No, I don't want full screen.
Oh, it doesn't matter, I guess. We'll get used to it. Just looks weird, that's all.
Yeah, I know. I get it. I'm trying to figure out. Change the border, straight, rounded, shape. Okay, we want rectangle. See, I have it as rectangle. Okay.
Yeah, but
see, I changed it to Yeah, I don't understand what the dealio is. Like,
you probably got to stretch it yourself, man. Like the boxes, because I remember fucking around with it as well a while back. But because I can only sort of tell you roughly what's going on, how to do it, but because I can't see it, that's the problem. You know what I mean?
See,
otherwise, I'll be able to fix it.
That's the weird thing is like I'm in layout, and it says, no, I want fit, center.
You say your dog.
Yeah. Rectangle. I want rectangle. Let me go back to straight.
Yeah, go change it.
I did it, but it's not changing it. I'm wondering if maybe after this spot
on the bottom, fuck around with those like what you did before with those blocks.
Let's see.
Well, where did John go? There he is.
Yeah, I thought
doesn't matter, bro. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do? Hello. Well, not exactly, Rick. It's more like John can't figure out how to get back to normal when it comes to see how I'm cut out. Half of me is cut out and shit.
Yeah.
So we
well,
back to normal.
Technically, you had technical difficulties this morning to start the show, and then now we're trying to figure out how to fix.
Whatever. Throw me under the bus, John. Throw me under the.
What do you mean? Throw you under the bus? You're the fucker.
I'm joking, bro. It's all good. But Zane Vicious has got a point, though, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's too early to be talking about stretching boxes. You know what I mean?
It is.
And you know what we're talking about? You know what type of boxes we're talking about? Just like Lab Rat. Apparently, we can't handle small boxes.
No, we can't. I
mean, are you trying to say the tighter boxes there, Lab Rat? Or I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Hey, you fixed it. What the hell? It's a miracle.
Hey!
What the hell? Wow.
Well, apparently now the layouts are custom here. So like if I somehow this if I press this one, which is the one I normally pick, that's been changed now for some reason, and so now I've got to come back in here. Yeah.
They love you, bro. They're applauding.
There we go. No, Lab Rap, we can't handle small boxes. And RPV, welcome. Yeah, so I got it fixed. Thanks, RBV. Appreciate it. Good to see you here this morning, dude. So Jimmy,
Absolutely. Yes.
so sorry, in case those haven't missed and you haven't heard yet, we were talking about the new, like everything's new, right? It's on USA for Smackdown. We played the new theme song and opening for Smackdown. It's called Never Play, featuring RM of BTS, and it's sung by Megan Thee Stallion.
That's my girl, bro. Love me some Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah. So like, look, and I mean, I don't know if this is like, I mean, this is cool. Like, I like it, and it's interesting to say the least in this aspect of, you know, you obviously had to do something big, right? Because SmackDown is now, I think in like Triple H said, for 25 years ago, SmackDown
Can't believe it, dude.
Started, right?
Wow.
But in all my time, Jimmy, and correct me if I'm wrong, in 25 years, SmackDown has always only been on network TV, right?
No, it's been on USA in the past too.
Has it?
Yeah, it has, but only on USA as far as I remember. Never, every other time before that was on network television. You're right. Like UPN, it started on UPN, which was network television. And then after that, it went to USA, and then from USA to Fox.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay. UPN, CW, My Network TV.
CW as well. That's right.
Yeah, Sci-Fi. It was on Sci-Fi for 5 years. USA.
5 years?
Yeah. So
Wow.
I'm looking at it right now.
It's still USA pretty much. It's Sci-Fi anyway. Same family.
Yeah. It's in the NBC. So UPN was 99 to 2006. And then the CW 2006 to 2008, because remember UPN just transitioned to CW. They kind of changed the format.
Yeah, it was the same network exactly.
Yeah, it just UPN. There was Paramount, and then
it's
Warner
like
Brothers
TNN and Spike. Channels.
Yeah, and then My Network TV. I think again was kind of a rebranding because that was still
which one?
My Network TV. That was 2008 to 2010. Yeah,
I don't even remember it on that, man.
Yeah, and then Sci-Fi for 5 years, 2010 to 2015, and then USA Network from 2016 to 2019. See, I don't remember that. I don't. No,
that's when
it
went officially live. If you remember, up until 2016, SmackDown was always taped.
Okay, yeah.
And you know what's funny? During that time, right between the year 99 and 2016, we used to get SmackDown before anyone else across the world. Because we're a day ahead and because it was taped.
Yeah.
But then it went live in 2016, and since then it's been live.
Yeah. So 2019 it stopped. Fox got it from 2019 to 2024, and then now back to USA. So okay. But like it feels like for a majority of the time it was on network TV until Sci-Fi.
Yeah. Well, most of its history definitely it's been more so. Maybe it's pretty even actually, John.
You think?
Well, now that you read out the years, yeah, it's probably pretty close. But I will give network television just a little bit of a push ahead.
Yeah. Well, to me, it makes the most sense, right? You need programming, put it on network TV. You're going to get the most eyeballs because people aren't paying for TV. Like, even though cable is big, I don't have cable. I've never had cable. I don't pay for cable. Never have. My dad didn't believe in it.
Cable, but
they do now. They do now, but like when all the kids moved out, that's when they got cable. They were like, "Fuck you." Yeah, and that's But like, I mean, look, let me put it this way. So my dad, so his company had a jet that they would use to fly him because it was more efficient and cheaper. Instead of him driving 7 hours to get to East Texas,
7 hours. Come on, he'd better flying.
Yeah, and so they had the plane, so he would go from South Louisiana to Texas in 45 minutes to an hour.
Wow.
Well, there was a guy who worked at the cable company that was in Lafayette in Tyler as well. So he got a ride one day from my dad, and I was on the plane, and he was like telling my dad about the benefits of cable. My dad's like, "No, I can't pick my channels. There's channels that my kids don't need to be seeing. I can't do it." And so he's trying to, and my dad is just absolutely nope. Guy's trying to sell him on cable, and he's kind of higher up and all that. And my dad's just like, "Nah, we're not doing this." And I'm talking the moment the last kid leaves the house. What does my dad do? Cable television.
Wow.
And he's like, I just didn't want to, guys, because y'all have never watched. Y'all have just sat in front of the TV the whole time. And I'm like,
look, man.
I'll
be honest. when I first got cable, and I remember busting my parents' balls to get it right. Lucky for me, they wanted the Greek channel, like some sort of Greek channel. So by getting cable, there was Greek channels as well on there, so they were able to do that. And then we're all happy. So anyway, yeah, the first time I ever got it, and this is back in the 90s for me. I got it in early 90s, and dude, it was like a big deal for me in terms of wrestling. You know what I mean? That's when I was so excited because I knew, damn, I can watch everything now live, the pay-per-views and whatnot and everything. And it was such an exciting time, man. And you know what? My family and me still, I've had it from back then consistently till now and still going. So even though it's not the same, believe me, it doesn't have that same feeling anymore. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It feels like just normal television. It doesn't have, what does cable television have these days that stands out? For me, if it wasn't for the sport and the wrestling, I probably wouldn't have it either.
Supposedly they have a little bit looser standards, like not as much. I mean, you can get away with a little bit more on cable than you can on network TV.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you can't, like, not to the level that network TV has, right? Like, you still have censors and things like that. We've seen that even with Smackdown, like, or anything on like wrestling related. Sometimes the network steps in, and I mean, we've heard stories about Eric Bischoff. If you listen to his podcast, he talks about how standards and practices came in, and they're on cable, and he's like, we can get away with this, and WWE's doing it, and our standards and practices going, nope, can't do it, can't do it.
True.
So it's that aspect of it. Like, I get it. Like you can do some stuff, but you want to cater that. Again, it's going back to the strategy, Jimmy, that we're seeing with WWE. They're going, hey, we need to reach these different broadcast potential. So, like, we have NXT on CW. We have
television.
Yeah, which is network television. We have, Raw going to Netflix, which is streaming. We have SmackDown, which is on cable. We're going to, supposedly, I think I saw that they're going to bring back Saturday Night's Main Event occasionally, and they're going to have Jesse Ventura possibly doing commentary on that.
Yep.
Like, whoa, like, I know,
I love that, man.
I know we're going to talk about SmackDown a little bit, but I think last night's show changing, and I think this week opened up a lot of doors for things. Because now think about it, USA for at least the next 3 months has Raw and SmackDown on the channel, and Netflix kicks in, right, until January 25th, I think is the day.
And the positive side about Raw being on the USA Network is from this week, we got 2 hours again, baby. Mm-hmm. I'm happy.
Apparently, that's going to be the new SOP for Raw going forward.
I'm not sure about that. I still believe, from what I've heard, that it's still going to be 3 hours once it jumps to Netflix.
Well, but for the time period that it's on,
yeah, definitely.
It's 2 hours,
right?
Right.
But I'm hearing rumors that SmackDown's going to go to 3 hours, dude. Yeah, that's why I asked you. Was SmackDown 3? I have no idea.
It was 2. It was 2 last night.
No, it was. Because I watched.
All right. Aaron says he's out, by the way. But Aaron, thanks for coming in. See you out. He's moving and I don't know if you've seen his pictures, man. I don't know. He's got a professional photographer looking all fly, traveling or whatever. Yeah, whatever that bro's doing.
The king. Ooh. He's the sexy king of 2K24.
Yeah, well, yeah, of 2K24, but how many media group? I think you and I give him a run for his money, Jimmy. Let's be honest. So, look, that's why we have a show, Jimmy, and he does it. Let's see. You got to bring some of the sexy. I mean, nobody as sexy as RBV, though, right? Like, I mean, if you watch,
bro,
see the man knows how to wear a fucking scarf. Like, you see pictures of him, and he's got that scarf, and that's a signature move. Fucker pulls it. Like, I look like a stupid idiot when I wear a scarf, and he wears one. And it's like, he looks like such a fucking dapper dude. It's like, holy shit. Dude, I
used to wear scarves. And then I used to look at myself. I used to wear scarves years ago.
Oh, really?
What a dude. I used to wear the Kangol berets, bro, back in the day. Back in the night, I swear to God, bro. Yeah. Now that I think back, to those days, I think, what a fucking idiot was. Like, what sort of idiot was I wearing that shit thinking it looked cool? But it was cool during that time.
Yeah, but hey, look, you got to have sexy people. Nobody's as sexy as Billy Ray though. Billy Ray Valentine, BRV.
Bro,
He's the
he brings
sexiest.
sexy to a whole different level, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to say RBV is at least number 2 because
Hey,
I mean the
he
scars
doesn't want to be
alone.
number 2. There's no such
Look,
thing as number 2.
I'd date him. Hell, I'd date him. Yeah,
You'd fucking win your job.
That's going too far. Maybe date. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
no,
between
bro.
all the scars and the food he eats, look, I'd date him for that alone. That's worth it. That's right. So, all right. But yeah, so Jimmy, I think last night was interesting, seeing, SmackDown on a new channel. But again, if you think about this, let's think about 5 years ago, right? The show that Fox did, SmackDown on Fox, to that premiere show, was outstanding.
I remember when The Rock came back.
Yeah,
as well.
The Rock came back, and we had all these things. I mean, Jimmy, let's be honest. WWE, when they change channels and they premiere a show, they never fuck it up. I mean,
agree.
I can't think of a show where they premiered on a new network and they fucked it up.
No, I agree with you 100%. The only thing that's a bit corny for me, season premiere. You know what I mean? Like whatever.
Yeah. Like
really,
it seems so arbitrary. Like one year, wasn't it like October they premiered? It's like they premiered in October.
Well, yeah, exactly. It was October. It was October 1999 when SmackDown debuted. So yeah, it should be then.
Yeah,
when it's the season premiere. But when is this show that has no seasons, no end of season, anything?
Right.
How is it a season premiere ever?
Yeah, because they want to placate to the network, I guess, per se, so they can. Because here's the thing, right? I don't know if you've seen the WWE on Peacock, right? They have it listed as seasons. You know what I'm saying? If you go look at WrestleMania, right? Season 1, episode 1, right? In season 2. How dumb is that to list WrestleManias as that way, or pay-per-views? I don't know. Maybe they're doing it that way to placate to some of the streamers and people who have that kind of stuff. It doesn't make sense to me, if I'm 100% honest.
Why is that?
Because that doesn't make sense. Why did we have to put season whatever?
No, I agree with you. That I agree with you 100%. But you know what else is weird? What do you think of the new SmackDown logo? Actually,
I like it. I think it's simple. I think it's clean. I don't like. Here, let's just look at it. Right.
People all over the net are saying it's called Smackdown or Sound, if you know what I mean.
No,
when I first saw it, I saw the S&D straight away, right?
Yeah,
but I get it because it's one big S technically in a way too, right? If you look at
it, right. Yeah, you can see both, but I like it. I think it looks cool. I think
it's classy.
It's classy. It's clean. Right. It looks modern. I'm fine with the logo.
But John, we're back into this little box again.
Oh,
there we go. Cold Blooded thinks the logo is so AI. You really think that, Cold?
Look, I can understand why Cold Blooded thinks that because it's so clean, right? It's almost too clean. I can get where if you're a graphic artist and you're trying to check it out, it's all right, that's really clean. I like that. But with some of the stuff we're seeing AI do, especially because it's not complicated, it's simple and it's clean. I could see where you're I'd make AI do that. I mean, let's be honest, Jimmy.
I don't think it was AI though.
I don't either, but I can understand why Cold Blooded thinks that.
Well, I've implemented AI in numerous things with what I do, right? But I've even asked AI to do me thumbnails, for example. I've used a lot of them, even the Apple one I signed up to. And to be honest, it cannot do thumbnails properly, not with the software I've used. You know what I mean? So yeah. I don't think it can really do I mean, look, there is AIs out there, and I don't know which ones they are, but I know they're out there that can do absolutely anything and everything.
Yeah,
But
I've seen them, but like I don't
right.
know what they are.
There's
to
so
be
many,
honest.
dude. There's so many, bro. Like I actually like the Facebook one too, the Meta AI. That's actually quite good.
Is it? I use Google Gemini.
I
enjoy
started
it.
using Gemini at first, but I think Meta AI right now is the best one. I
See,
think.
like I've used Meta, it's fine, but to me, but I use it more for like writing prompts, and I'm not really using for images, but like
It's
I
the
found,
best for that, dude. Like for
yeah,
writing prompts and shit. And even
yeah,
you should use it for descriptions of the shows. For example, that's what I started doing, and the damn thing knows who we are. That's what's weird. I kid you not, bro. If you type like
really.
who's John
Okay.
Enright or who's Jimmy T, who's the vet, the motherfucker will literally tell you who the fuck. It is bizarre, bro. And even when I do the wreckage descriptions through AI, right, it will even say sifting through the fucking wreckage, bro. How does it know that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like just totally bizarre. But
Here, let's
believe me,
see.
it will save you a lot of time doing descriptions by telling that to do it for you instead. And it will
I'm doing
sort
it.
of.
I'm trying it right now. For
What are you gonna write?
Okay, I'm saying write a Smack Attack show description for 9/14-2024.
And also say with John, like John Enright and Jimmy T, so then it implements us as well. Yeah.
With Jimmy T and Johnny E. All right, let's see. Let's try.
You're gonna laugh. It's actually
All
quite
right,
good.
this
Are you
is
using
real
Meta
time.
right now?
I'm using Gemini.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
all right.
like that's the one I have saved and it's ready. All right, so ready? Here we go. It says Smack Attack Radio. 9/14/2024. Yeah, I know, right? Whatever. Host Jimmy T and Johnny E. Show description: get ready for a wild ride with Jimmy T and Johnny E as they bring you to the latest sports news, commentary, and hilarious banter. Today's Smack Attack will be packed with in-depth analysis. Join us as we break down the biggest stories in the world of sports, from football, basketball, and baseball.
Hold on,
So
no, wait. You got to tell it. See, if you wrote it in Meta, it would already know the show. But if you say this, you got to say it's about WWE Smackdown. Say it now, like just write it right now, and it'll say sorry to you, and it'll correct itself.
It is about WWE Smackdown
from this past week. Even if you wanted to sort of talk about what you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Watch, it'll correct itself. It should, and it'll apologize.
Yeah. No, mine didn't. It just says just says this one. Yeah, it's the same thing, except it changes. Like, get ready for a thrilling episode of the Smack Attack as we dive into deep into the world of WWE SmackDown. Join us as we discuss the latest storylines, matches, match analysis, character development, rumor mill, interactive segments. Call or tweet your questions about the part. Here, this.
Yeah, and you can say, like, you can add in HMG, channel attitude. Like, the more it gets to know what you're doing, it will know for the next time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You just got to, like, I've got a lot of AI pictures of Tony Khan racking up fucking coke. It's fucking funny, bro. And the generated images of that is the fucking best, bro. Like, put it that way. Like, look at this. Look at this shit, bro.
I'm serious. I'm not going to sit back and take this fucking shit.
Whoa, something fell.
What the fuck was that?
What was that? I think it was my water bottle.
Yeah. What is for fun? Frank's Pickleberry asked, what up? Let's see. Zane Vicious says, what does AI say about me? Let's see. Who is
Zane Vicious? Oh man, I don't know if it will know you. Maybe it'll know
you. Google Gemini says, I do not have enough information about that person to help with your request. I'm a large language model, and I'm able to communicate and generate human-like text in responses to a wide range of prompts and questions, but my knowledge to this person is limited. Is there anything I can help you with?
Doesn't know you, Zane, unfortunately, bro. It knows me, but... Oh, man.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
It does. No, it doesn't know you because Google says Jimmy T is a character in the popular Nintendo video game series WarioWare.
What? No,
Yeah.
type Jimmy T of the PWC.
Okay, let me
Or
try that.
Jimmy T of HMG, even.
Jimmy T of the PW. Wait. Who is Jimmy T of the PWC?
It should give you a fucking rundown of like a bio.
I can't find any information about a Jimmy T associated with the PWC.
Well, I haven't used Gemini. If you do it in Meta, it will fucking tell you 100%, bro.
Okay, let me see. It's
100, 500%. I
Meta
stopped
AI.
using Gemini long ago. That's the thing.
All right, let me try this. Let me see. Meta AI. Let me okay. Who is? Let's start with Zane.
Thank you, Frank. By the way, let's crack it. Joker, don't do this shit with Homeboy. I know we. Jesus Christ. Oh boy. Tell Homeboy or whoever the Joker is.
I can't use Meta right now. It's saying I can't use Meta right now.
Why?
I don't know. Fuck 'em.
That's odd, dude. You should let you use it.
Let's see. Joker.
That's such a joke.
Mm.
See,
Anyway,
he's a dear friend of mine, Homeboy 88, right? A lot of people on Humming Midi Group hate his guts. This is the ultimate troll, but he's my boy. But the guy is paranoid as fuck, dude. Just because I don't get back to him, he thinks I don't want to talk to him and shit like that, right? The more you do this, Homeboy, the more you go around telling everybody, first of all, the more I'm not going to respond. So I'm just saying, bro, stop tripping.
Look, I found Homeboy from the NFO podcast, and look, when they were done with him, like if you piss off the NFO, man, like
I love him, bro. He's my boy, but he's a freaking troll and a half, dude.
So,
you know what I mean? He's always trolling, always under different identities.
No, he's Homeboy.
Exactly. Fucking Frank, you get it, bro. It's a little gag that me and Jeff used to do. We used to demote him from Homeboy 88 to Homeboy 10. Or fucking 89. Like
depends on
he's Homeboy 89 now, man. Yep, that's it.
Yeah. So Jimmy, let's talk about this real quick because I know you didn't get a chance to last week, but now we have a new commentary team as well.
Joe Tessitore.
You know, no, for SmackDown. Right?
Oh,
I mean, yes, Joe Tessitore for Raw. Cool. I don't really listen to him. I don't listen to Raw. I don't watch Raw. So we now have on SmackDown Michael Cole and Corey Graves. I found this interesting because Wade is over on Raw now with Joe Tessitore, which I understand because Wade's a good color guy and Joe's going to be your play-by-play. This is interesting because I noticed this a lot tonight, more so because I didn't really pay attention last week because it was the last show and it was real shit, let's be honest, for the last show. But I was intentionally listening for today. And what I've found is, like, obviously this is a little bit rougher on the commentary because Corey's so used to doing play-by-play. And there was you know, and so there's a lot of times where I noticed him and Michael stepping on each other because they're both saying the same things because they're both kind of trying to do play-by-play. And let's be honest, Corey Graves was way better at doing play-by-play than he was doing color.
And I blame WWE for this, right? Because the thing is, the guy was color for forever, right?
Right.
Then you put him as the play-by-play guy, just to take him away from that spot, and now put him back into color.
Mm-hmm.
And now the guy is the poor bloke is used to being the play-by-play. But in saying that, generally I host most of my shows, right?
Right.
Right now, I am the co-host. Like, you know, I'm the color guy to you being the main host. I can actually, you know, separate it though. I can play that guy. So really, he should be able to do the same thing, to be fair. You know what I mean? But I understand how he'd be getting used to being the play-by-play guy now because that would be put him in that position to be that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you should be able to, like, you know, tell the difference and juggle the two, because if I can do it, I'm sure he can.
Yeah, you would think, but like last night was definitely, like it
Yeah,
was
I'm with
noticeable.
Cold,
It
by the
was,
way. I like.
you know.
Sorry, I was just saying I like Corey Graves too.
I mean, I like Corey, especially in the play-by-play role. I really feel like him and Wade did an excellent job. I really enjoyed their commentary. It was enough to make the show satisfying without being overwhelming, and it was different than Raw, because Raw, you had Cole and you had, Pat McAfee, who's over the top, which, hey, that made it fun too and different. There's a spot for something like that. And that's why I think I like McAfee too, because he's gone for 4 months. He's not full time.
I know, I'm kind of sad though.
But he's doing his football thing. He makes money, whatever. It's that aspect of it. But where my biggest struggle is, okay, you already had a play-by-play guy in Michael Cole who's great. Why not hire somebody to do color? Why did we need Joe Tessitore?
That's true. No, you're right. Did we really need Joe Tessitore?
No.
We didn't.
No, we had a good commentary. Even if you said, okay, Cole, we're going to move you to SmackDown. We're going to keep Corey and Wade together, and we're going to pair you with somebody for SmackDown. That would have, I think, been great.
Well,
I don't know.
You know what it is, John? I think they're trying to get that casual audience by getting someone like a Joe Tessitore where people know who he is. If you're into sports, like, put it this way, dude. I've known John Tessitore for like 20 years. Second of all, he's even on the video game. Do you remember Fight Night, the boxing game?
No.
Oh, well, he's also the commentator. Like, I know him from boxing mainly, right?
Okay.
And ESPN. Like, he's always been known as an ESPN commentator for me. So I was kind of surprised that they would go for someone like Tessitore, right? Because I'm thinking, well, for them to be chasing him, it's a mainstream thing, dude.
Right.
That's the only reason why. And if you notice, their presentation is becoming so much more like a sport in many ways, dude.
Well, I mean, they are owned by UFC and
Right.
Endeavor, TKO Sports. I get that aspect of it, but and I don't know Joe's wrestling history. I don't need to know. Play-by-play is play-by-play. You probably had him set down for months learning how to do play-by-play and seeing everything. He probably was listening.
He's always been a play-by-play guy.
Right, but I'm just saying, calling play-by-play for wrestling is different than boxing
absolutely.
or things like that.
Oh, no,
knowing when to breathe and everything. And I'm sure he's doing fine over there. I don't know what his wrestling history is either. Like, does he like wrestling? We've brought in people who had no experience with wrestling, and then they're doing commentary and such like that. What's the guy who
Jimmy
got
Smith?
Cancer? Jimmy Smith, the guy way back in the day. Mike Adamle, right?
The one that passed away.
Yeah,
Mike Adamle, that was a bad. He was the worst, bro.
I mean, they took shots with these mainstream guys, but then you had other guys
but he
like
was bad,
Mauro Ranallo.
dude.
Yeah, he was. Mauro Ranallo was great, right?
But I hate to say it, but he's a bit of a. Anyway, look, the thing is,
I know what you're saying. Saying, and I mean, granted, that's the case, but that's the whole point. Is we've had these things. I understand chasing clout, but why not put him someplace? You're moving him to Netflix, right? I'm not watching wrestling for a commentator, right? So get it. Okay, cool. You're putting him on Netflix, which I don't own, to watch for your main. Raw is your main show, right, Jimmy? At the end of the day, everybody says Raw is the main show, is the A show. You're putting him on a show that's going to behind a paywall. And I'm not watching. I don't know who he is. I've never heard of Joe Tessitore. And they're like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah, well, for me, I've known him, so I was kind of shocked by getting him. But the thing is, he reminds you of Mauro Ranallo, bro.
Does he?
He's very similar to Mauro Ranallo. Yeah, except he doesn't do Mamma Mia and all that shit. But his cadence is very, very similar to Mauro Ranallo, you know what I mean? Except the only difference is Mauro Ranallo knows, he was a pro wrestling fan,
right,
all his life, as well as a boxing fan, kickboxing fan. That guy has got knowledge like no other when it comes to combat sports, right? Saying you're trolling, bro. Mike Adamle was great. Mauro Ranallo was great. Mike Adamle was come on, bro. Wow, even Frank hasn't heard of him. I'm surprised. How can me from Australia know who the guy is?
because
And
we
you
don't watch
Americans
boxing.
don't know. Wow.
Boxing has become like a 4th-tier sport here in America. It used to be the
I
sport
love
of
boxing,
kings,
bro.
but
Yeah.
like once the heavyweights went downhill, like
Yeah,
nobody
that's true.
watches
Heavyweights.
anymore.
The heavyweights suck right now. You know what divisions are the ones to watch? It's the middleweights and light heavy. Not light heavyweights.
But nobody wants
the
to watch a
lightweights.
guy that looks like them or smaller, right?
What do you
like,
mean?
yeah,
We're
I
bigger than
agree.
these fuckers, bro.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Nobody wants
But
to
we'll
watch
get-
that. But
we'll still
we
get
want to
smashed,
watch, like, we had George Foreman and Cassius Clay, and these guys just throw haymakers and just, even Mike Tyson, right? Like, he was a scary dude. And, like, we want to see that from our heavyweight boxers. And,
Yeah.
we're not getting that. So boxing is definitely taking a hit in that lower direction.
It's
Whereas,
the
like,
cycles too, man.
because and let's be honest, UFC, the reason why it's different, and you can say, yeah, I could watch a 155, featherweight go at it or whatever they're called. I don't know. I think the all the different belts make it hard. All the different weight classes being the way they are,
like IBF, WBC, WBA.
all that is confusing. And then you have different weight classes which don't make sense, right? So trying to figure that out.
Like
But
cruiserweight is like light heavyweight in boxing.
right. But so here's the thing. In UFC, right? At least it makes sense because you're adding grappling, you're adding, you're adding like the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu wrestling aspects of, to boxing. So it makes it a lot more three-dimensional, a lot more engaging to watch because you can get hit with a knockout, a grab, choke out, all these different things. That makes a difference compared to boxing, where it's two guys getting in a ring throwing haymakers at each other. And you're getting that. I think the rise of bare knuckle boxing, you're seeing this more because the brutality and it's like guys with just banded
knuckles, bro.
They're
That's
just
pretty
banding their
fucked up
wrists
when
and
you think
they're
about it.
going at it. Yeah, but it's picking up because people want to see that. We want to see that kind of
even
stuff.
the slapping fights again.
The power slap, yeah.
Bro, I don't want to call this guy. Look, he's a special guy, right? He's he's not all there, right? Dude, he's fucking motherfuckers up. I swear. And his opponents are looking at him like, who's this guy? Because they think because he's slow that he's not gonna have. Dude, he's been knocking out motherfuckers. I mean, you got to check it out, bro. I don't know his name to tell you who to Google. It just came up, man, and I'm hearing like he's just destroying people, bro. He's something else, man. And the ego with all these motherfuckers that think they're just gonna beat this guy. This guy slaps the shit, knocks him out, dude, every time. I don't know who he is, but I need to find out who he is, man.
Yeah, let us know. Keep us up with that.
I will. I'll keep you. It came up on my feed, man, on either Twitter or Facebook. I came across it. I'm like, damn.
So
shit.
So last night was our premiere episode of Smackdown on USA for September 13th of 2024. It was in the Climate Pledge Arena.
Yeah.
How Seattle,
Washington.
How Seattle is this? Which, okay, Jimmy, here's my question. And I mean, maybe this is just the wrestling fan in me. What happened last Sunday night? Do you remember what happened last Sunday night?
Didn't we have good old
who put on a show? Yeah, they put on a pay-per-view, right? Yeah,
All Extreme Wrestling, right?
Right, and their main title holder is who? The number one guy.
Isn't that Final Countdown guy?
Yeah, like Daniel Bryan, right?
Yeah,
or Bryan Danielson,
yeah.
right? And we just happened to have the premiere episode of USA
in Seattle.
In Seattle. Who is the home of Bryan Danielson.
And
right?
Swerve. And Darby Allin.
Yeah, a lot of people who were featured on that show last week.
It's
like,
true.
Is that a coincidence, Jimmy? Or could there be a little bit of a...
you know what I've noticed? Actually, this is the first time where it's kind of gone the opposite a little bit, but AEW shadows WWE kind of in way of traveling across the states. Heck, even for Australia. WWE had an Australian show pay-per-view in February this year, right? Elimination Chamber. Well, now AEW is doing a friggin' pay-per-view here in guess what month? February. Is that a coincidence? My point is, they're shadowing WWE. So if WWE is in Seattle now, AEW might be in Seattle next week. I've noticed a lot of that happening. Even when they go to Canada. Actually, wait, that was Saturday, actually, Zane. You're right. But who cares? One day off. I mean, big deal.
Yeah. Did anybody really watch?
Dude, did you watch that damn pay-per-view?
No.
I wore a bandage for a shit on the wreckage because after watching it, I wore a bandage over my head because I watched it and it hurt me watching it. Literally. You know what I mean? It was ridiculous, bro. I mean, look, maybe I'm a bit too fucking, I don't want to say cynical. You know what I mean? But I guess professional wrestling, at the end of the day, you can do anything with pro wrestling, right? Anything. You know, not everything's everyone's cup of tea, but at the end of the day, you can do whatever you fucking want, whatever you choose to. But seeing needles, seeing like the vet goes to me as a joke, was there cinder blocks? Even D said it. And I'm like, actually, there was.
Yeah.
He's like, what? Okay, there really was. There was cinder blocks, right?
And they weren't gimmick cinder blocks. They were real cinder blocks. Like, yeah. I don't know.
Needles, bags over some. There was attempted murder, bro.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny? What do you do? And the vet asked me this question. I got it right. I'm sure you'll get it right. What do you do if someone throws a freaking bag, a clear bag that looks like a lunch bag, mind you, over your fucking head? Exactly. You see, you didn't even have to think. You didn't even have to say anything.
But Jimmy, remember, he was in so much shock because he got betrayed by his teammates. He got betrayed by his teammates and Pac.
So what do you do? Sit there crying? Like,
yeah.
Kill me,
I mean, did you not see Wheeler crying like a little bitch? And Daniel just like, what? Claudio, you hit me in the face. Like, what? And then look, I don't understand, like, and I don't watch AEW, and I can't at this point.
You don't have to. I just gave you the lowdown just there, just in general.
Like, but why? Like, why? And first, and second of all, like, I'm so over John Moxley at this point. Like, I want that guy to go away. This fake tough guy.
He just came back.
I know, and I want him to go away. This fake tough guy.
Let me walk around. Yeah, no, he's a bit weird, bro. He can't even talk, bro. He's like, it's like, talk properly, bro.
Like, he sounds like he's drunk again. Like,
you know what? I heard he was actually in rehab recently again. I don't know how true that is.
I don't know,
but it wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, I'm starting not to understand. He's slurring a lot, dude. For real.
I'm ready for him to go. I'm ready for him. Hey, thanks for your time. Yeah. You know.
So then we can talk about him week in, week out on the Smack Attack. I'll never leave. I'll never be able to leave him. Because you know what happens after that? The Shield, bro, against the Bloodline.
No.
Oh,
no.
yes.
He goes away. Like, he's retired. Like, no more. I don't know. No.
Dean Ambrose, here we come.
I don't understand what people like about him. It doesn't make sense to me.
Why?
It doesn't
you don't
make
like
sense.
How he stabs himself with these Japanese, I don't know what the fuck they call them. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The skewers, yeah, they're skewers. They're skewers.
Oh yeah, skewers.
They're bamboo skewers. Yeah,
that's it. No, you're right. They are skewers. I knew that. For some reason, it just didn't come to me. The point is, how can you not like a guy that loves doing that shit? Come on, he's hardcore, bro.
Frank agrees with me. Mox is $0 in TV appeal for me since WWE. Like, yeah, like
the Shield, bro.
But like, he was the least of the three of that.
Was he though? If you initially remember,
to me, he's like
started...
he's like a charisma black hole, dude.
Oh, whoa.
Like,
I can destroy Moxley with you, and I agree with you 90% of the time about Moxley. But the Shield, he was the guy at first. He was the one that was actually good at doing promos compared to the other two. That's the truth. Honestly.
I never looked at him that way, though. I didn't. Like,
he was also the perceived leader for the first couple of years. Until Roman started getting over. I mean, I'm just look, you know, I'm just stating facts. Doesn't mean I agree with it, but it is. You know what I mean? It was true. Charisma vacuum, the black hole just.
Yeah.
That's right. You're right. Sorry, Labrat. Yeah. My bad.
Okay, let's get back to the show because it's almost 11. I've got things to do.
Do we have to talk about SmackDown?
Yeah, we do. I mean, it's
Oh.
it's the debut show, man. We got to talk about
No,
it.
it was great, absolutely. But I'm having
Like,
fun
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about this shit. This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
even better.
Yeah, but you know,
It's a
so
shit show, bro. Like
all right.
talking about AEW, as bad as it is,
It's,
I love just destroying
hey,
it.
you get to do that tomorrow at 10 a.m.
I know, that's true.
When you shift through.
That wreckage. Actually, can I do this? It's
Yeah,
even funnier when
do
I
it.
do it this way because I've been wanting to do it all this time, so I'm going to do it right now. That wreckage.
Nice. Agree. Local indie guy. He looked like the guy. This is the other thing. Okay, the Kevin Owens match. The guy looked like a witch version of John Moxley. He looked like it. We're going to talk about it, but still, let's get into it so we can talk about it. Like, that was the first thing that popped in my brain. The first thing that popped in my brain. Okay, anyway. So we talked about the fact that Cole and Graves are on here. I feel like they struggled a little bit. They're going to find their place because they're both professionals. They're fine. We talked about the new logo. And then we start the show with Triple H coming out. And he says, 25 years ago, I was on the first match against The Rock. One-on-one with The Rock tonight in Seattle. We're sold out. And he says, are you ready? Here we go. Let's do this. Let's start the show with an undisputed WWE Championship match in a steel cage. So, look, come out hot, right? Like, they do
Straight
this
off the bat.
all the time. All the time.
Yeah, but see, this show was legitimately booked from back to front, if that makes sense.
And that's okay. I'm
like,
okay with this.
Like, if you switch the show completely the opposite,
Jimmy,
it's exactly I'm cool with it, though.
When
Don't
are
get me
people
wrong.
going to be watching your show most likely, especially
At the start or the end, generally, like
at the start, right? How, like, if we didn't have to record this show after about the first 30 to 45 minutes, are you sticking around a lot of times? If you're not reviewing, if you're just gonna watch
this show, our show.
Like, yeah, if you're not doing SmackDown, let's say you're just watching SmackDown for shits and giggles, right? Majority of people are probably going to be watching for the beginning of the show and then be like, okay, that was fine. And then they just move on, right? They change channels, something else comes on.
It depends. It depends. You know what I mean? How interesting. Look, they need to get you from the start, obviously, right? For you to continue to watch. So, yeah, it just
but
depends,
you're okay.
You know?
You're okay if you fall off towards the end because you got everybody in the beginning, the important part, right?
Right.
And that's been, I think you and I talk about when they do this makes for a better show, right? When we talk about when they do the 15-minute talkies and everything along those lines, we're like, fuck, this show just fucking sucks balls because we're not invested. It's hard to get because you're just sitting there and it's like, no, I'm watching wrestling. I want to see people do shit. Start the show off hot. How many times have we said 2 minutes, get into a match? 2 minutes, get into a match. It makes for a fun show. You set that precedent and you go at it, right? You and I have said every time, I think consistently, when we've watched the show, we've rated a show better when stuff like this has happened.
For sure. Definitely.
You know, I don't understand why they continue to book shows this way. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you saw this, but it was announced this week also. Goldman Sachs WE executive said, hey, we're going to start doing less house shows.
You know,
like
they also said that a few months back too, ironically.
Well, no, they're talking about like they've actually listed, hey, we did this many this year, we're only going to do this many this year.
And then the year after, even less. They're slowly going to like just. So what happens to all the small markets then? No more. They're not going to get wrestling anymore.
No, that's the whole point.
That's sad for them
because
that's a bit, you know.
It is sad, but here's the other thing: it's incredibly expensive, right? Because here, like you talk about it, right? A show. Let's say you do a house show, right? Let's call them. We're just live events, whatever. We're gonna call them house shows.
It's a house show, right?
It's a house show.
Shit, right?
And I heard this week, like talking about the business of wrestling. They said if Roman Reigns is on a house show, that house show goes from the black to the red immediately because of the cost of his contract. And you think about all these other people now who have all these contracts. You put some big names on the show, and all of a sudden you've cost yourself way more money. You know, that's important. See, triple talkie made me go back to work.
Come on.
But you know, I think that's
come on, Zane.
Are you ready?
I am the game.
I'm the game. Are you ready?
You know how we used to do his promos like that?
Yeah.
All the time.
know.
Like, but
You
look,
know.
but the thing is, I'll say one thing: it's sad for the house shows to go because I've been to plenty of house shows in the past, right? And now that I think about it, sometimes there's a uniqueness about it. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because
Like,
they're not doing it for TV; they're doing it for the people in the arena, and like
right?
you're,
And
you're
you get
getting more
some
zaniness and craziness and fun, and they're trying out things,
right.
and you're doing it. And
Absolutely.
I'm not saying that but you're going to have house shows in bigger cities like Chicago, smaller arenas in Chicago, or Dallas in a smaller arena, or something along those lines. They'll do them still, but just in places that are bigger, not like Poughkeepsie. You
Oh,
won't go to
you took the friggin' place out of my. I was gonna say
yeah,
the same thing.
and I mean, and it's a business. You got to make money. And look, Jimmy, what if they eventually do a residency in Las Vegas? They're already moving
What?
NXT to Vegas, right?
Wait a minute. Yeah, they are. That's true. You're right. But are you saying, like, say, Raw was a residency in Vegas only?
No. Instead of doing house shows, you have Raw and SmackDown that travel, but like for training for people who are on the roster or need other things, you want to do house show experience, have a residency at a casino in Vegas.
That's
You
risky,
save money.
though.
Think about it. You save money.
Only if the casinos are paying for that residency, sure.
Oh yeah, they
But
will.
if
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As long as they pay for it, that's what I'm saying.
They're gonna, because think about it. You're paying to have weekly entertainment in one of your bigger parts of, let's say
It's a
you're
good
a
idea.
casino,
I like your idea, though. Definitely,
2,000 to
I think that's
3,000
thinking outside the
people.
box too.
Right, like 2,000 to 3,000 people, right? And you have a 2,000 seat arena at a casino, and you want a weekly show. Put in wrestling. People show up. They'll come
for
from all
Vegas
around.
only. Just for
Yeah.
Vegas.
How many
No
people
TV.
travel to Vegas? How many
Oh, no,
people
you're
travel?
right. It's true. No, you're right.
How many
As a matter
shows
of
are there
fact-
in Vegas that don't have TV, Jimmy?
True. Yeah. I mean, Big Ray Hernandez is even in Vegas right now.
Yeah. You mean to
Yeah.
tell me Big Ray wouldn't put Jen and they go to a live wrestling show?
Oh man. Absolutely.
He had an
But I
opportunity. WWE is putting on a 2,000 seat arena show in Vegas, and you can
it would
charge
be good
what,
like a
50 to
shotgun.
$100.
Even a Shotgun Saturday Night, like they used to do. Do you remember when Shotgun Saturday Night used to be on?
Yeah.
Do you remember they used to do it from nightclubs or fucking even train stations?
That's what I'm saying. Like, or
They should do.
or even if your Saturday night's main event is from Vegas, from your residency, like you do,
I'm
like
cool with that. If it's on television, but
like
then you
once
gotta
a
do it at the
quarter,
MGM
right? Like once a quarter,
or T-Mobile.
Yeah, whatever.
Right.
But like, once a quarter, you do it at your residency, right? You have TV for that residency, so you highlight that arena. But then the rest of the time, it's just live house shows.
It's an interesting business move, definitely. Like, which I don't think anyone's really thought about.
And you're getting fresh talent. I mean, fresh crowds all the time. You're not having the same people or whatever, right? You're not. Like people who are sitting
I'll put it on TV once a week though, and the rest of the week is just non-televised. But once a week, you gotta do it.
You do the residency once a week. Like you have a residency during the week, and it's a show a week.
Vegas residencies though,
quarterly,
isn't it like a everyday thing almost? Like Chris Angel, for example, has got a residency in Vegas.
I mean, it depends on what you pay
Celine
for.
Dion, right?
Yeah. It just all depends. Like, like Celine Dion doesn't do all the time, but she does like,
but she
40,
lives,
50 shows.
She's basically, living in Vegas just because of how regular she does shows.
Yeah,
yeah, man. Disco
like,
strip club.
Yeah, residencies are like, hey, I'm going to do 2 shows a weekend or something along those lines. Because I mean, think about it. There's 52 weekends a year, right? And let's say you do 40 shows because that gives you some time off and everything along those lines. You have 40 weekends. And that's 2, and you do 2 or 3 shows a weekend. Let's say 2, right? 2 weekends and 1 a night. Let's say that Celine Dion does. That's 80 shows, and you're charging $500 a show. You're making.
I could imagine how expensive it would be, right? For sure.
Right. Let's say so you're a smaller arena, you're a smaller casino with a decent sized arena, 1,500, 2,000. You have WWE. Right. We got live shows once or twice a week, and we're charging $50 to $100. You're making money.
For sure. Definitely. No, I mean you're right. It's a good idea, man. It's a good idea. Something
Frank, first star of the night from Frank for about the
what do you do?
WD.
From definitely. I agree. He's been on fire, man, with some of the comments.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. You know what I mean? 100%. That's an interesting concept, but there's WWE, they're making a killing right now, John. They
But
really are,
but
dude.
you also have to remember they've incurred UFC's debt. Right.
That's true.
So
That's
they're not
actually
making
true.
like at TKO as an entity has not made money. So they have to figure out how to make money with all that.
Because of UFC's debt, they're actually their what's it called is gone down. Their what do you call it? Their shares. The shares
Mhm.
like they've lost so much in the shares since the merger, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you remember right before the shares, they were like $90 a share, bro. I
Yeah.
think right now they're down to 60, something like that. But that's because of UFC and the merger and whatnot. But is it true? If I remember correctly, isn't WWE moving permanently from the Performance Center to the UFC joint and having there the new Performance Center? I heard some sort of shit a
Yeah.
few
Yeah. No, that's
few
what I was
weeks
saying
back.
earlier. They're
Right.
moving. They're moving the performance center to Las Vegas.
So the Performance
Um,
Center is just going to be sold now, I guess. Like, what happens here?
yeah, probably. Whatever they had in Florida is probably gonna be gone. They'll sell it because they can
Okay.
get money off of it. And they, you know, I don't know.
Hmm.
Who knows? Who knows?
I
And
agree, Zane. What
I
with
did
what
get it
Zane
to you
said.
earlier, but what's up, Revamped? Good to see you,
What's
buddy.
up, Revamped? Hey, how's your mom, dude? I hope she's doing better, bro.
Yeah. So, look, I think that's what they're doing though, with
They've already
NXT
tried that,
being
Zane. Yeah, they already did that with NXT, and you know what happened there, man.
they kicked the shit out of AEW.
No, actually, AEW ended up winning that war.
Not really.
Yeah, they did.
They're
They
doing it
did.
again. They're moving NXT to
No, but they're not head to head. When they were head to head, AEW started whooping them, dude. Pretty bad. They did,
whooping.
bro.
No, I
Yes.
looked at some of those numbers were like 50 and 75,000 off. Like it wasn't.
No,
Yeah.
bro. Only now it's a bit more closer. Like, and NXT does win a few weeks, but back then it was whooping. Trust me, they were averaging fucking like 900 to a million at one point. What do you mean that was bullshit, bro? That wasn't cap.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Look it
But
up. It's facts.
uh,
What do you mean Dana ain't letting that happen? Oh, so I don't think he was talking about the head to head. I think he's talking about the Performance Center thing. Why not?
no,
He
it
doesn't
is.
have a say in this,
It's doing
Zane.
it. It's doing it. And then WWE Hall of Fame coming to Vegas if he moves.
Zane, who the fuck is Dana White to have a say about this? Like, he's not like, he's got no say in this. Like, really, he doesn't,
Yeah.
But anyway, we should get back onto SmackDown though.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So, okay, Jimmy, we start the show with the undisputed WWE Heavyweight Championship, a steel cage match of Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa.
Ad-free for the first 30 minutes, by the way.
Yeah.
Also, yeah.
It was good way to start the show. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna say it right now. Not gonna lie. You're starting your premiere show with a heavyweight championship match, so something with meaning in a steel cage, right? Name me anything more dynamic than a wrestling match where you have a steel cage, unless the steel cage is on fire, right? Like, I mean,
well, let's not go there. But
yeah, right.
You're right. It's special when you hardly see it, not only on pay-per-view, but even especially
on network
television.
TV,
Right?
On network TV, right?
Cable now,
cable TV. Yeah.
Doesn't matter though.
Yeah. So, I mean, I thought it was a real solid match. Of course, you have your bloodline bullshit going in and on and everything like that. Of course, because Solo's on the outside and everybody's just kind of like, that was the cool thing I liked about this was like you had Solo in the ring, right? And you have the cage. But then, like, on the outside, like wild animals, you had the bloodline just kind of like all around and circling and just kind of like waiting for that moment, like to just pounce. Like that was actually really fun visual to see, like that aspect of it. I enjoyed it a lot. That visual of it was fun. And then I think the match was real solid. It was a really good TV heavyweight championship match. With the steel cage.
Definitely.
I enjoyed it very, very much. I thought they put on their working boots. They did a good job. It was fun. That was my opinion of the match. But what do you think, Jimmy? How did you see it?
I agree. I mean, look, it was a great match. You know what I mean? It was absolutely great match. A bit predictable. You could see a lot of the spots. You know what I mean? Like the Cody
Mhm.
cutter from the top of the cage looks kind of silly
Yeah.
in terms of like, Solo is just sitting there waiting for it. You know what I mean? And then, and I just saw Zane's comment, why is it stupid booking? This is the premiere, the season premiere, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We hardly ever get it. You know what I mean? We don't get this type of shit on,
On TV.
SmackDown or Raw anymore. Yeah, it's like very rare these days. So I'm cool with it. Yes, it's close to a pay-per-view, but doesn't matter. The point is, it was a title match. It gave you a reason to tune in, even though it was predictable, and we knew that Cody was going to win. No doubt about it.
And it was a steel cage match. And it was a steel cage
match. But yes, it was full of smoke and mirrors. It doesn't matter. Like, just don't even think about that. Let your, disbelief, take over. Like, you shouldn't even think of it that way. Even though we do, and you knew, like you and I and everyone knows Cody's going to win. Sometimes I just feel WWE should have some balls and go against the narrative, man, like they used to at times. We just fool. I want to be fooled, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I legitimately do. But nevertheless, Cody gets the win. He did do numerous Cody cutters, numerous crossroads, and all sorts of shit. He was busted open. It was a fast back and forth match. I mean, there was times where Cody could have escaped. He was trying to escape from the door, but unfortunately Solo, spotted him. But yeah, look, it was the same old shenanigans after that. We did get the Bloodline do the run-ins. And then, of course, we had the one and only true tribal chief in Roman Reigns making, a run to the ring, cleaning house. Jacob, was going to challenge him. Solo pulls him out. I just don't get it. They're family, bro. Like, they shouldn't be fighting, but we'll see what happens.
Well, I mean, brothers fight and family fights.
I know, but I still want to see Solo explain to Roman why he's being a little prick, you know what I mean? And why he decided to, but we're not getting that yet. That's the only thing that I find a little lazy.
The way, but here's the thing. I think it's planting seeds again, because remember, how did Jacob get pulled out? Like, Solo grabbed him by the leg and pulled him out as if he was a bad guy, and like you see, like when somebody grabs somebody and then they're going to surprise attack him. Like, it had that same look. I was like, oh shit, who is that? Like, who's taking out Jacob, Fatu? Oh wait, that's Solo. That's how he pulled him out. Oh shit!
He just dragged him by the leg.
Yeah, I'm like, because that's like what you see when a bad guy does that to go, attack somebody, or somebody attacks somebody from behind. They aren't looking. They do that. I was like, oh shit, okay. Real quick, thanks. Revamp says, thanks guys. She's doing a little better due for further testing on Monday. I appreciate the kind words. Hey, anytime,
that's
my man.
Good to hear, bro. We're praying, man.
Yeah. And look, I get it. Roman lost at Mania and Solo said there's no losers in the bloodline. That's fine. And that's why he got rid of Jimmy.
But is that a really good enough excuse? It sounds pretty childish.
Solo is a child.
Well, that's true.
and here, Zane, you did have to finish in the first segment because you had 30 minutes of uninterrupted ad-free. And so you had 30 minutes to do that story. And so you had to get everything in.
That. Do we always have to have that shit on television, man? Come on, bro.
Yeah. And we know that, look, we know that. We know that's why he's called Solo, Zane. He's called Solo. He said it.
I don't fucking read too much into that. You're telling me they don't have a... come on, bro. He was best friends with his actual cousins, who are his actual brothers. Are you telling me that he wasn't seeing Solo as a kid when they would visit each other's houses? Come on, man. I'm not saying they were close because, fair enough, there's a big age gap. But is it really? Solo is in his 30s, in his mid-30s nearly. Roman is 39. I mean, it's about a 6-year, 7-year age gap. Yeah, it's a bit big, but it's not that big. I thought Solo was still in his 20s, but he's in his 30s, man. Which spun me out because I'm like, damn.
He's 31. He's 31.
Yeah, he's young. Don't get me wrong.
There's a 9-year difference?
Yeah, I said that. Between 6 and 8, I said. But 9 years. It's a big thing. Yeah, look, you said 31, right?
He's 31. Roman, 39. Yeah, so 8-year difference, I think.
Yeah. That's I mean, it is a big gap, but is it huge? It's not. Me and my sister are 12 years apart, bro. That's huge.
My
But I mean, we
ex,
got nothing in common, really. You know what I'm saying?
my ex and her youngest of the three brothers who are older than her was 16 years apart.
Ooh, 16. Wow, dude. Wow. I see. I was the one that had the youngest sister out of everybody. You know what I mean? The 16 years, that's huge, bro.
Yeah. Look, good way to start a show. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. We know, of course, here's the thing, Zane. You have to remember, you don't want to go to commercial after finishing because you still had all the bloodline rushing the ring, Roman coming back because nobody knew he was going to be there, and we had all these things, right?
Well,
so
we kind of knew, but
right. But like, hey, he comes back and he, does that. We have the Roman telling Jacob to step into the ring, and he gets in, and that's where Solo grabs him out. All that was within the first 30 minutes in the segment, right? Because then we had our commercial break after all that.
We had commercial free throughout the whole match. That match went really for over 30 minutes, bro.
With everything afterwards, right?
Everything, right?
With everything. Cody and Roman standing face to face in the ring, the fan chanting ODC, and Roman points to Solo, who's outside, and he looks at Cody, right? So I mean, it was a great start. 30 minutes of uninterrupted everything. You got to factor all that in before we have our first commercial break, and we come back with Kathy Kelly backstage with Nick Aldis. And he says it's a chaotic start. Says Solo reach out, and he has a challenge with Jacob Fatu for a match, and according to Solo, it's an offer no one can refuse. And all it says tonight is far from over, and walks away. Again,
Jane, it was a sellout, by the way. It didn't matter if there was an advertised main event. They had sold out the building.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just had to say that, but yeah.
Yeah, there did have to be a finish, and that was the whole point. That's the whole point of a steel cage match.
Call him Dusty Vicious from now on. He wants Dusty finishes all the time. Zane,
it's a steel cage match. What do you like? That's the whole point. It's like you lock everybody out so that there can be a finish. Like, all right,
exactly. It's a freaking cage. It's supposed to. Anyway, yeah, whatever.
Now I can understand because it doesn't really end it.
And it wasn't meant to end it either.
Right.
Hey, is that Blaze Nick in the house?
Yeah, look, I like commercial free, man.
Bro, come on.
I like commercial free. I don't have to see ads of food making me hungry, man, and giving me the munchies as I blow clouds. Star. It gets a star.
Blaze Nick kills. He's always blazed every week, bro.
Look. We're already at 2 stars, baby. Look, that's the most Jimmy's ever had on a show. Last week, we were at 7 stars, Jimmy. We were in Tokyo, apparently. We were 7 stars. Yeah.
You're doing Meltzer without me, bro? What's going on?
Dude, I talked to them. They were the one. I was giving stars because they were giving them good stuff. So I'm just saying.
We're gonna beat the Meltzer fucking star rating system now.
Maybe we'll see. So look, after that excitement, we have Mishin versus Piper Niven with Chelsea Green. Okay.
To my surprise, though, we see Mishin get the win, though.
Yeah, it was a little surprising. I was like, what?
Yeah,
what?
I mean, weird, man. Like, but again, where are we going with these women? I mean, they're in a feud between each other and blah, blah, blah. None of these, look, I love Chelsea Green and I want her to be pushed to a possible women's title, but she's so good that she doesn't actually need the championship.
Because we talked about this before. Character, right? That's character.
Straight up.
It was character. So
100%,
I don't know,
man.
I don't know. Like
100%.
this felt like a waste of time. Like it really did. And I mean, granted, Chelsea had a match in NXT and got beat by Julia. Yeah. That's what they said on the commentary. Is that she had a match earlier this week on NXT against Julia and got beat. And Michael said, I think Michael Cole said she got crushed. Is what he said.
Literally.
Yeah.
You got to give another start to Blaze Nick, by the way, for that comment to Frank.
Let me see.
He got
it's a good one. I don't know if it's star worthy though.
He said, "Is your ass really a pickle barrel, Frank?" Yeah, I want to know too. Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that one.
Yeah.
That made me laugh. Only a Blaze.
It's a good one. It's a good one, but So look, I understand you want to have women on the show to highlight them, but this wasn't like you gave Mishin a win, cool. but this
Yeah, but
wasn't
it does nothing for it to me. It really doesn't, dude.
Yeah.
You
So
need to build her up for me to take her seriously again.
exactly. Maybe that's what they're trying to do is build her up, but
They do 50-50 bullshit with these women, bro. Like
Yeah.
that sort of like
they do
circle of women.
50-50 on a lot of people. So
It's gonna do nothing for her. It's gonna lead to nowhere. She's not winning no championships.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
is she
is what
still
it
even?
is.
I mean, is she still even part of the friggin' club, the OC, whatever you want to call it?
I don't know. Who knows?
I mean, what's happened to them?
I don't
Where's
think
AJ?
so. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Nobody knows. The shadow
God
knows.
damn it.
So we have a commercial break. We come back and we see Rob Van Dam and Vicky Guerrero in attendance, as well as Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser, and they're in attendance. And then we have Kevin Owens and a mystery partner versus A-Town Down. Now, I'm going to say this right now.
And cut Kevin Owens. You notice he dyed his beard.
Yeah, well, it's a premiere show. It's a premiere show.
Yeah.
And we got the emergence of Kevin's mystery partner because his mystery partner couldn't make it, so he found somebody. And we got the emergence of Wish John Moxley, aka Ricky.
Rick, hairy Ricky Harry or whatever.
Yeah, like John Moxley, Wish John Moxley.
God.
Look, Joe, you can't tell me. Like when you first saw that
resemblance.
Yes, right? If you can't tell me that's not a rib, then come on.
I don't know. I don't know if it was a rib or was meant to be. I mean, why? Like, it's too like I don't see it being a rib, but I don't know what the hell they. But did they even need this jobber to do this to introduce Randy back? I think that was a bit.
I think they did just for funsies because look, Kevin Owens is having fun. You know, I mean that was the whole bit, and like him and oh god, Randy Orton are like besties, right? They're like besties, like
besties. What does everyone that tags with Orton now have to be like literally like besties with him, bro? Like, Jesus, might as well pull his tights down, why don't you?
Okay,
like
Jimmy.
Fucking seriously. We had Riddle, now we got Owens. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like,
yeah. Well, you know,
I mean, it's kind of weird, but that's just
it is weird. But you know, Ricky became a star overnight, like the two hands guy. What his name? The no chin. That was like, ooh, he got canceled when we found out about him.
What's it called, Down Under?
No, the no chin guy that talked about having a fighting man has two hands against Omos.
Oh yes.
So
yeah. Well, speaking of Orton and Owens, though, they did fight A-Town Down Under.
They did, which is funny though. So Ricky's there, he's like, "Hey, what's your name?" Like Ricky. Oh yeah, Ricky. Okay, here we go. And then like somebody calls Kevin Owens over, and he's like, "Huh? What?" He's like, "He's here. He's here." Oh, hey, well, okay. So my partner's here. So sorry, Reggie. And he kicks him. He gives him a stutter, and then out comes Randy. Look, I liked it. It was fun. It was different. Jimmy, let's be honest. Have we seen anything like that before? Yes or no?
I mean, no, but it's not a big deal either. It's not like I was like, woo, you know. It's not like it got me excited or anything like that. But
it wasn't the fact that Randy Orton is returned that didn't get me excited. It was the way they did it that I was like, that's what made it, right?
Yeah, but look, I'm just confused with Orton. They must have heard us talk about this on the show. When he went to Raw to wrestle Gunther, yeah, exactly, he probably was. I mean, the vet thinks he's a fat guy now, by the way. So,
who, Randy?
Yeah, I mean, there was one point I kind of agreed, and he agreed because he said he ate a lot of Nutella before the Gunther match in Germany. He ate a whole tub of Nutella and then wrestled Gunther right after.
And he was like, "Yeah, I wanted to Nutella sponsorship. I saw that." Yeah,
he's like, "I was fat, I was feeling pretty fat," and that was exactly the time where the vet called him fat. So, is that ironic? Maybe not. I guess he's right.
The vet is always right. Never argue with the vet. You're going to lose every time.
100%. Vet, if you're listening, if you're creeping, we love you, bro. You're always right. That's why he's the vet.
Now, if you ask me if I'd have sex with him.
Oh, he must be blushing if he's listening to this.
So anywho, we get all the main stuff happening. We get the vintage Orton. Like the end was fun. long match. It was a solid match. We had a
Yeah.
lot going on here, but we have both of them doing the vintage Orton and then an RKO and a stunner for the win. 1, 2, 3. Look, this was fun. Kevin Owens and Randy Orton are fine together. I get it. Hey, what's up, G-Ball?
Yeah. Who you saying? Why are you still awake? Who's awake?
Why still awake? You are one big SOB. Okay. Ooh, that's coming in hot to somebody.
Who's he talking about? Me? You?
I don't know. It's like
Jeez, G-Balls.
11:25.
G-Balls, bro.
Probably. So, fun match. Good way to kind of cover more time, especially because your women's match was real shit, and you've had talkie. So this was fine. It was real good. I enjoyed it. And then after this match, we have Kathy Kelly, who's with Nick Aldis, and he tells her that Solo Sikoa has made a challenge for Bad Blood. Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu against Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. He said Solo and Jacob signed the contract. He just has to get Cody and Roman to sign it. Cody enters the room and says he is done with the bloodline. He says the bloodline is Roman's problem and he has no intention of signing the contract. Cody leaves the office and the fan boos, and Aldis says he has to speak with Roman Reigns. So, we all know what's going to happen.
But he doesn't need, remember what he said? I didn't need Roman. I'm done with the bloodline, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that.
But wait, there's more. There's more. We have a commercial break. We come back and we see Booker T and Sharmella at ringside, and as is Sheamus. And we see Michael P.S. Hayes is also at ringside.
Quack, quack.
And Freebird, Mike P.S. Hayes.
Yeah.
He's always there. Like he's in the back. Like what they do.
That's what I hate when they do that with him, man. And
Like,
on bridge, he's like derp, derp, derp. He probably doesn't even want to be sitting there on top of that.
Like, what'd you do? Hey, guys, go out there. We want some more star power for this show.
Go fuck yourself. That's what he's probably saying to him,
Tell you what.
Chuck off his face.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want Doc Hendricks back, bro. Do you know who Doc Hendricks is?
I remember him. It was the same
That's
guy.
him. That same guy. Yeah.
It's the same guy. Then we got an erroneously long talkie segment with Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and Bayley and Naomi.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Where's my tuckies, bro?
Yeah. So basically they go through all the stuff Nia throws out that they're going to have a match. It's not a triple threat match. It's going to be a tag team match. And whoever gets the win will face her at Bad Blood. And Bayley and Naomi accept.
Wait. There's a stipulation also though, John.
Well, I'm getting there.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting there. They accepted before hearing the rest of the stipulation. Then Bayley knowing accepted. Then Nia says that when her and when her and Tiffy win, whoever loses leaves SmackDown permanently. Bayley tells Tiffy to toe her mom, which I was like, okay. And then Tiffany runs towards them, but Naomi hits her with a rear view, and then
literally,
yeah, and then they run off. And then we have backstage Nick Aldis and Kathy Kelly, and he spoke to Roman Reigns, and Roman will tell everyone his answer after the match that is next. Commercial break. And we see Ron Simmons when we come back from commercial break, and Teddy Long are in attendance, playa, and it's William. What?
I wanted to say something about that segment just quietly.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Did you mention the stipulation? You did, right?
Yeah. The loser leaves.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's SmackDown permanently, apparently. But also the winner becomes number one contender, for the WWE Women's Championship. But what I wanted to point out, did you notice, Tiffy and Jax being in sync? They're both wearing see-through fucking... I don't want to see that again with Nia, but whatever the hell's going on there, they're both in tune, they're both in sync, and I hope Nia absolutely... The thing, I'm glad that Bayley's kind of gone back to that whack job, ding dong, hello, idiot. I kind of like that Bayley's like that again, but other than that, I don't care about Naomi. She just does nothing for me, bro. Like, I don't know. Tiffy, but is the future out of all these women. And don't be surprised if she gets that belt a lot sooner than later.
You think?
Yeah. I mean, it's her time, bro. The fans love her too. Even though she's a heel, the fans always give her a pop, man.
I guess. I think they popped for those boobs.
I mean,
You know.
like
So so we had a commercial break, and we come back and see Ron Simmons and Teddy Long. They're in attendance, as is William Regal, Bobby Roode, and Damian Priest. So it's like, all right. So William Regal, who's in the back, Bobby Roode, who's in the back, Ron Simmons and Teddy Long, who are probably in the back. Cool, and Damian Priest because stuff.
Because I mean,
like
I hate when they do this weird shit.
Yeah. Like
Just like Gunther and Kaiser being there for what reason?
Who knows?
Exactly.
Who knows? So then we get Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes. This is what, match 4?
5.
Is it 5? Is it 5?
Match 5, bro.
See, man, I can't even keep track anymore.
I don't blame you, but it's fucking match 5.
Are they doing the best of 7 without telling us it's a best of 7?
Someone said this as a joke, man. I think it was one of us that said it as a joke. That's actually turning out to be true. That's what's funny.
Bailey has
does.
boobs. Yeah, and she has that ass. Like, she got both. But it's interesting. Bailey will wear, if you notice, she doesn't wear
She's
things that
looking
extend her
butchy a
boobs.
bit though, bro, now.
Yeah, let me finish my thought, please.
Sorry. Yeah.
Son of a bitch. She wears a lot more like just sports bras and athletic bras in general, and which of course smashes her boobs and doesn't make them look as bulky as but you see pictures of her when she's out and about and she's not wearing stuff like that, or she gets dressed up. Like she was at the premiere for Batista's new movie, which Drew McIntyre's in.
She was.
And she was looking real good. They were like, nice.
Like saying hi, or is that what you're saying? Or
They were out, and they were like, okay, yeah.
People freak out over her. I mean, so many people freak over her. I mean, her head's all right. It's not like
she's the butterface.
Which is fine. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't mean shit. But like, I don't like her undercut man look right now, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
She's starting to look a bit too butchy for me, especially with the weight gain. Do you know what I mean? She's gonna look like a real butch. But what do you mean about that, Naomi? I find Naomi attractive, Zane. Just as a wrestler, she's just kind of boring to me.
Yeah.
Just quietly. I know what he's trying to do here. He's trying to bait me in here, but still.
I think, Anyway. We get this. So apparently it was a best of 5 match because we have this match. It was fine. We have the message off the second rope to get the pin to take out Carmelo for Andrade to get the win. And apparently it was a silent best of 5 match because now LA Knight's music hits and he congratulates Andrade. And according to Nick Aldis, Andrade will face him for the United States Championship.
Yeah.
So, we get that kind of thing. So, so apparently it was a quiet best of 5 series that they didn't announce to everybody. So that we could get Andrade facing LA Knight for the championship. Cool. Why not just say you're going to have best of 5 between these two standout, wrestlers to see who's going to face LA Knight? Why not just tell us that instead of just making a quiet best of 5?
I mean, Labrad's got the answer. I mean, I wonder who he's talking about. I mean, one of these guys literally does need a translator, and the other needs a babysitter.
Hey, Orlando Connor.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, glad to see you here. Thanks for being a part of the show. Good times.
Please stay tuned, and also, stay tuned to this channel even in the future because you will not be disappointed, my friend. Please like and subscribe and spread the word, dude.
Yeah. Smash that like button.
Smash that like button. Smash the thumbs up too if you can. We appreciate it, my brother.
Go join the Hami Media Group Facebook page. That's where you're going.
Right. And Blaze, Nick, where are you from, dude? I'm getting the sense that you're either from one neck of the woods or from the UK somewhere. But anyway, just by the way he talks,
mate.
He says a bit of English Australian kind of terms.
All right, so let's finish this up. We've got after that in LA Knights, we have Byron Saxton is with Bianca Belair and Jake Cargill. Bianca says they are excited to be there and even more excited they are champs again. Cargill said they won't let them go. Whoever wants them can come and get them. And in come Nia and Tiffy. Nia asked Bianca if they heard what happened to Naomi. Bianca asks her what happened, and Nia tells them nothing yet, but if she sticks her nose in her business again, she will get hurt. Nia says that the tag titles look good on them, but to not forget that they beat them both on their way to become queen of the ring. Blah, 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 blah. Cool.
There was a whole
More
lot
talking.
of blah, 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 blah.
More talking.
from-
I don't need it. Yeah.
More yapping and dabbing. Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot to mention, this is way off the subject, but this might make sense. Talking about translators. But Armando Alejandro Estrada, do you remember him? Has signed a Legends deal with WWE. So do not be surprised if he's going to be, he's either going to bring out Zilla Fatu, right, as, like he did with his father in Umaga, or why not pair him with friggin'
Andrade.
Andrade, yeah. I would actually like that pairing. Remember, you
Yeah.
heard it here first. I just wanted to point that out. Vancouver, that's why you're a smoker. And you're Canadian, that's why you say mate, because, Canadians are in tune with Australians.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
So we have a commercial break, and then we come back and we end the show with Taki. Great.
Cool. Orale blazed.
So Roman Reigns gives his answer, and then he says Roman's music hits, and Nick Aldis is in the ring, and Roman looks at Aldis, and he begins to speak. But Roman extends his hand, gives him the contract, and then fan chat OTC. Basically, he is the tribal chief, even though he doesn't have the families of Ula Fala. He is the tribal chief. He's not the original. He's the only one. And don't get that confused. Cody's music comes out, and they Cody, fan chant Cody, and Cody looks at Roman and says, "Your ring, your WWE." He goes, "It hasn't been that way since WrestleMania." And like, ooh, yeah. And they both come out, and then Solo comes out with Jacob Fatu, and Cody and Roman stare at Solo, but Tamatanga and Tongaloa attack him. But then they come back, and Cody Cutter and Roman slams with a Uranagi, and Roman grabs a contract and signs it. He and Cody look at each other, and Cody extends his arm. Roman reluctantly gives him the contract, and he signs it. And Solo's like, "He doesn't like you. He's not your friend." And that's how it ends. Like,
he's not wrong.
Look, if you would have flipped these, I'd have been so pissed. And this is how you start the show. But I like it because it makes the start of the show make more sense. Right? If you flip these,
you could have flipped it though, then but
it'd have been fine. But I'm not paying attention to this long. If I'm just watching the show, I mean, I know I have to do it because I'm reviewing SmackDown. If I'm watching the show as a debut, I'm out. If we flip it, I'm out.
Really?
You
wouldn't be interested in the segment. Say that last segment was the first segment.
No, so much talk, dude.
Much.
I mean, look at how much talk there was between the last match and the end of the segment. I mean, end of the show.
Yeah, it was a fair bit.
Yeah, like, and I mean, I get it. Hey, you got 30 minutes free, so let's put our action on there. I grant it. We know this is a one-time thing, but I like the format of coming out hot. That's always been. I've always said this. You can go back on all these shows when they come out and they're hot and there's less talky. I'm in favor of it.
Actually, they did the Saturday night's main event style of coming in hot at first, because traditionally the first match of Saturday night's main event is actually the main event.
Right, because most people fall off by the end of the show because it's so late anyway, because it was coming on after Saturday Night Live. So
they used to get 30 million at times for those shows, you know that?
Yeah.
Back in the day, bro. That's a true story. I mean, facts. Yeah. But they'll never get that again. But I'm just putting it out there. But I guess now we're going to have Cody. And I just want to answer. Orlando Connor says, but can we see Roman versus Jacob Fatu? He will get there, Orlando. Don't worry. It's going to be in order first. This tag match is going to be nothing. But after that, he's going to go through the, one by one. He's going to go through people one by one until Solo is the end game for him, I guess. Well, actually, Cody will be the end game, technically. Or The Rock as well. The Rock will come back, and believe me, this is nowhere near finish, and we will see Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu, no doubt about it. We'll actually probably see it a lot sooner than later, man.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, that's the most logical conclusion. I think, and I think that we're seeing that teased so much right now. I mean, is that
But
we're
when do you
gonna
book it though? Do you book it? See, Survivor Series. Surely I could see that being. I mean, there's war games, right? So we're gonna get another Bloodline. Is it gonna be Bloodline versus Bloodline featuring Cody? You know what I mean? Like, and
I don't know. That's a really good question. But like, you ideally want Roman versus Jacob.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They booked themselves in a bit of a corner. See, I would have saved
I mean,
Roman
not
till
really.
Royal Rumble a little bit. But
Not
then
really,
what do
because
you do? What do
you
you
could
do
have
with the Survivor Series?
You could have the war games and set that up.
Who would you have though as the teams other than the Bloodline, as in Solo's Bloodline, obviously?
Right.
What would
Okay.
you do with Roman's side though?
So because I mean, war games are usually what, 5 people, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Right. So that's where you debut Hikuleo to join Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, Jacob, and Solo. Right. You do that.
Yep.
And then you
obviously,
have you have Roman, and you have the Usos on one side.
We got to lead to that real quick then, because nothing's been happening with that.
Well, Survivor Series is until November.
That's not that far away. I mean, we're nearly into October now, dude.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Shit. I got to start booking my thing for that convention weekend. I haven't.
When is that? When is that?
End of October, the 25th through the 27th.
That's my birthday in October too, bro.
Yeah.
October 11th. Damn.
So,
sad.
well, I mean, because my birthday is November 22nd, so like we still got
you're not
time.
that far.
Like,
hey, we're
a
month later.
So,
it's cool.
Yeah. So we're not like, but like we're far, but we're not that far. You could still tell a story within the next couple of months to bring all that back. So you could have that, and then that would be kind of the setup, like in there.
Jimmy hasn't, been around, so you could see him appearing out of nowhere. And Jay is doing his thing with the Judgment Day right now.
But you could have them reconcile and come back, and Roman call on them and say, like, guys, I'm sorry, and I need you. And they play back and forth, and they come back, and then you can have Sammy and Cody.
Yeah, but I feel like you can't just have them just give into shit. You know what I mean? Straight away.
Yeah,
I'll make Roman work for it a little bit. You know what I mean? Especially after what he's done to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's got to be trust issues here. And Orlando, don't worry, we're not getting the old Raw versus SmackDown or NXT War Games. We ain't getting that shit.
Yeah,
believe me.
But I think that's the way you go about it. You maybe go forward with it. So,
well, they better think quick, man, because I don't want shit to be hot-shotted and just shit happens for the sake of it. I don't want it to be lazy, bro. I want shit to actually mean something when they all join back together and whatnot. I want it to really mean something and not just join each other for the sake of, because my enemy is your enemy, so we're, you know what I mean? So we're all brothers again. Like, it just sounds too corny to me, man. I need some sort of depth to it.
I understand what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. I hear what you're saying, but I think I like I don't know. I don't know. Like I understand what you're saying. I can't think of how
it's a head fuck, isn't it? See what I mean?
No, it's not. Like trying to best verbalize it is kind of where I'm struggling a little bit. Like I know what I want to try to say, but try to make it make sense. Like,
yeah, because you're really rushing. Yeah, you can do what you said, sure, but that's just lazy, though. Like, straight up.
Let's go this route. Maybe it's this, right? We have a War Games. Roman has a team against the Bloodline. Maybe Hikuleo joins. But in that process, in that process, right? In that process, because Roman's team is getting beat badly, that Jimmy and Jay come in. He's apologized to them, and so they're not a part of his team. But like when they see that happen, then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna no." Like Roman's kind of proving when he's family, we can't do that. So you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe that's the story they tell, that like it's they step in and interfere because they see how Solo's behaving and all these people they're bringing in that aren't family.
If they do all that, they've got so many loose ends that it's just gonna fall apart, bro.
Look,
for
it's
me.
a complicated story in general. Like you're gonna have loose ends. Like
Yeah, but when I say loose ends, so everybody's together because, right? Basically, Solo still hasn't explained himself to Roman, and like, do you see what I'm saying? And we
Yeah.
need The Rock to come back. There's too much. Like they're either rushing too much, and look, this is going by the assumption that we're gonna get that War Games. We're only assuming that we're getting that. It might not be the case. Yeah, well, that's
star.
it's mental intercourse with a rubber. I love this guy, man.
Yeah, Blaze nigga is great.
Guy
That's a
cracks me
star.
up. You're funny,
That's a star.
Blazed.
Yeah.
And
So-
Chris Whelan brings up an interesting point too.
Yeah. And you know, Colt says I don't think Jay should go anywhere near the store anymore personally. He's doing great away from them.
Well, that's true too. I mean, right
Hey.
now, there's no reason, there's nothing for Jay to go and attend to that shit right now. He's doing the Intercontinental run, and he's doing the fucking the Judgment Day feud too.
We can see it, Blaze Nick. And
what did they censor?
apparently his mental intercourse with a rubber.
They didn't censor. Oh yeah, we can see it, bro.
We can see it, but he's saying on YouTube. I haven't gone on YouTube because I'm not watching on YouTube.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, should go look at it and see.
God damn you, Google. I should be careful, right? I mean, how many times have we?
That's why you're not on Gemini.
No, not because of that. But I mean, these guys are freaking. I mean, dude, the fact that we mentioned the C word, you know what I mean? The koof. Like, it's ridiculous that we got a friggin' strike for that, bro.
Yeah.
You can't even mention MUDEI anymore, or even DEAT.
Oh yeah, no, it's not even on here. It's not even
wow.
on. I'm looking at it on YouTube right now. It's not here.
Well, that's
No.
all right, Blaze. We see it. We can see you, bro.
Yeah, we see you. You get stars for that.
You get starters for that.
Yeah. And I missed this earlier after he said he's in Vancouver.
Vancouver.
He says, "My mother is Mexican, my father is European, amigos."
Yeah, I said orale.
Okay,
before.
that's why. Okay.
What type of European are you, Nick? What's your European side?
Hey, I'm European when I'm in the bathroom.
I am you. I see what you did there. You're an idiot.
Yes.
You threw me off, man.
If I could give myself a star, I would.
Well,
right,
if I
Jimmy.
could give you a star, I would, but I can't.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's not in the chat.
European, you
Yeah.
prick. Asshole.
Anyway, all right, Jimmy, let's rate the show. Let's give it a letter grade. And guys, make sure you're rating the show in the chat. What'd you give it? A through F? Lancaster, he says. So England.
What, English?
Yeah. Lancaster.
That's okay.
Lancaster.
Lancaster.
Well, no, they don't call it Lancaster. It's Lancaster. Like
it's Lancaster, bro. That's how you say it. Come on,
I
now.
know, I agree.
Come on, meow.
Lancaster. All right, and of course, everybody give your letter grade in the show, A through F, of what you thought of last night's premiere debut episode on the USA Network. Again, I guess this is the second debut episode on the USA Network. Yeah,
that's what annoys me. But if I had to give it a grade, honestly,
isn't it the first one that's live on USA? Wasn't it taped? Or no.
When they first went live, it debuted on the USA Network.
Okay,
originally,
right.
2016.
Okay. All right.
But,
so second premiere debut episode on USA with SmackDown Live. All right. Cold Blood has already said C+. So
I can see where he's coming from, though, in some ways. No pun intended when I said I can see where you're coming from. But I can kind of agree, but that's probably being unfair too. You know, I'll go B-.
You go B-? Okay.
It could be easily an A because we've got a title match. The first and last segments, and match was great, but I can see C. I can easily go C. I can easily go C+, but I'll go B- because they threw a cage match in and it was a title match. Even though it was very predictable, and we knew the outcomes, so. Yeah, I mean, but in saying that, there were some trashy, B for boobies, Nick. Absolutely, B for Boozies. Ding dong. Hello. I mean, come on. Seriously.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm not
So
telling you
B,
lies.
B minus for me.
B minus for you. All right. Well, I think
It's a hard one though. True.
that's what she said.
Ooh. Yeah, pal.
Yeah, pal. But because I mean, you got to take away the fact that, like, look, they know how to do a debut show, right? So
better still though.
it could have been better. Like you said, you got a cage match, a 30-minute segment. You know,
Look at that.
Zane. I heard the F for fuck
come
that.
on, bro. And F.
Damn, bro. You got a
For
30-minute
sake.
steel cage title match with extra afterward for 30 minutes uninterrupted to start the show. Triple came out for what? Maybe 2 minutes, introduced the show, and Triple H.
I know, yeah.
Triple H came out for maybe 2 minutes and said, hey, this is what's happening, and we're immediately into the match, right? The other solid match we had for the night was, you know, the Andrade match was a pretty good long match, and the Kevin Owens match wasn't bad. The women suck hard. They brought this down real hard between the Mishin match and the talkies and all that kind of stuff.
The talkies.
The talkies were bad.
Why are you calling it that? The talkies.
Oh, look, that's my thing now, right? Hey, TM, copyright. You know,
talkies, bro.
The talkies are bad. Like the women did nothing for the show. They brought it down badly. That's Kevin Owens Orton match was fine. Look, if Liz was here, she would agree with me.
I know. I'm fucking with you, bro. I agree with you.
You know, you just like titties.
I guess I do. I mean,
yeah, you know.
Of course I do. Quite out loud. Why wouldn't I?
Lab Rat says, give us a C+. So Jimmy, I'm in a solid C for this match.
Yeah, look, I was leaning towards a C too, man.
Like
really,
not C plus, not C minus, but like it was right in the middle. Because the women's segments and some of the other stuff, and like ending the way it did was a little like
it was predictable, dude.
Because
ending, I mean,
here's what killed me for the ending, right? You have Roman and Cody in the ring. Earlier in the night, did you forget that Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa jumped you? And all you see in front of you is Jacob and Solo, and you're not tracking where they are. And then so you let them jump you you let them jump you again. Like, how stupid are you?
I mean, Cody is a bit stupid though. Yeah,
but like
knocks on the top of his head when you think about it.
Here's where like I would appreciate this more and it would have ended it better. Is if like Solo said whatever, and then Tama Tonga come in, and like Cody and Roman just do the Samoa Joe just step to the side, like we know what's coming, like, and then they just fall on their faces trying to attack, those guys, and then Cody and Roman beat them up and throw them out because like they hit them with like a move or two, and then the next thing we see is Cody and Roman turning around. Why not just have it be, hey, we're smart. We remember that earlier in the night you jumped us, after a steel cage match. That you got into the ring and jumped us when we weren't paying attention. Right. So let's be smart and go, never mind. And boom, and we beat you up and threw you out. Like that would have saved and helped the segment a little bit more and made a lot more make sense. But whatever, it happened when it happened. Chris says B for bring back the SmackDown fist. I heard that's what they're going to do, Jimmy. I heard they're talking about.
They'll never do that. They'll never. One thing WWE never does is go backwards to an era that they've already done before. They don't do that. All right, they never will. No, unfortunately, I'm a fist guy too, but they just will never do that.
Do the like how they do that digital stuff now with the statues and everything. Do that do a digital fist, not have the actual.
It looks shocking, dude. If they did that,
I mean, they literally like. It was Jimmy. Let's be honest. It looked like someone when they were fisting someone from the inside. Like that's what it was,
bro. That's harsh.
Look,
I know what was with the fist anyway. What's with everyone's obsession with it?
I don't know. It was different.
Chris, did you like?
Mm-hmm. I think it was because it was cool. It was 3D and it stood out and it was different. It was something that we haven't seen before. So
Yeah, no, it was good. It was unique, and that's one thing I do miss. We don't have those unique sets anymore, man.
Well, because it's all digital now. You know.
Yeah, but no, I'm talking about even everything's the same, dude. I mean, why can't they just have one thing different? What's so hard about it? Why do we have to have everything the exact same way?
Because you got to think about it this way. It's about cost. What's easier and cheaper to move a bunch of like light boards or to break down a set like that and set it back up all the time?
I feel you, but I mean, I don't know, man.
It's cost, Jimmy. It's cost. It's at the end of the day, they've got to do something to make money. And if you can cut costs and that saves you, 15, 5, 10 grand, whatever, even the little things, you do it because it adds up in the long run. So, you guys are crazy.
God, man, you guys are
Whittling.
put your fists in the air and wave them all around like you just don't care, fellas. Come on.
Look, right here,
just don't
you
wave
get a
it
star.
from the back,
You get a star. Look, Blaznick and
fisties. We're gonna call these guys our fisties from now on.
Yeah.
Remember
y'all made it
the crab cats.
They've made it. They've made it the 6 stars, right? They've made it 6-star match.
No, they've made it to 1 star, bro. What are you talking about?
It's a 6-star show. Oh that's the dark star.
Look at Revamp. Oh, come on, bro.
Oh man, y'all wild. All right, Jimmy. I think that's the show for today because I've got an anniversary stuff to go get ready for. I still have to shower. I haven't worked out today. I haven't done anything.
Smell you from here, bro. God. Ooh. Nah. I'm joking. I'm sure you're looking forward to it though, bro.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We're going to Dallas. We're stopping at a sushi place and ramen place in Fort Worth, and then we're going to Dallas. We're staying at the Warwick Melrose. If you want to look it up and see, like I got a good deal on it, and apparently we get a free upgrade if it's available. And so, like when we go check in at 3, and then at 5, I saw you were burping for a second. I was like, "Oh my god!"
No, I was doing this.
What the fuck did you eat? Like, did you? Yeah, but like at first when you went, I was like, "Oh my god, is he burping?" Like, what the fuck did you eat? So, and then we're doing a food at 5:00. We have a food tour of Deep Ellum, which is going to be like 3 hours. So we're going to do that, and then we might be either do something around Deep Ellum or go back to the hotel because they have a library bar. And check that out. And then the next day we're gonna spend the night, and then the next day get up and go back to Fort Worth. And Fort Worth, we're doing cooking class. We're gonna be learning how to cook Mediterranean food, Jimmy. Yeah.
Jeez, who was that?
I don't know.
Anyway, no, Mediterranean. Well, you better cook some good shit, bro.
Look, maybe I'll cook some souvlaka or whatever that is.
Souvlaka.
Yeah. We went. Yeah. we went to a place. Oh,
Nick, you're taking it too far with the bum fisting, bro.
Yeah. Okay, we're done. We got it. The bits. Y'all are beating a dead horse now. That's right. This week, we did a date night, and we went to a place that was Egyptian place, but it was like Mediterranean food kind of thing. And their stuff wasn't super great. The grape leaves were fine. I like their grape leaves. Their stuffed grape leaves were good, but everything else.
About with rice in it? With the rice?
Yeah, the rice in it.
And
I love
meat. Dude,
dolmas. I love dolmas.
Yeah, bro. Dolmas is how you actually.
Yeah.
I used to hate that shit. I actually love it now, bro. I love dolmas, bro. You know what
it's very weird
for Mediterranean? Take this from me. Either and look at pasticcio, right, which is like a Greek lasagna. You'll love it, bro. Either that or yemista, which is similar to what you were explaining there with the vine leaves, right? Except you put them in vegetables like either chilies. You put the rice and the meat. You stuff them, right? You take out all the shit, right? And you put rice and meat in chilies, eggplant, whatever you want, potatoes, tomatoes, any vegetable, bro. I'm telling you, oh my god, the
Sounds
bomb,
good.
like
Sounds
literally, the bomb, bro. Like it was.
Oh, y'all are killing me with this fist stuff.
No, really, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I know.
I like Greek food, and I've had a few things. It was like they called it Egyptian food because it's called King Tut in Fort Worth, and
But
there was
Egyptian food.
there was a lot of
up their fucking bums, bro.
yeah, but it was a lot of Greek influence, like a lot of Greek
Egyptians.
influence, you know. So and like, but the stuff wasn't like I got the grilled chicken and couscous, like a chicken kebab kind of thing.
I hate couscous.
Yeah, I like couscous. It's fine.
I don't know,
But
man.
it's good. And they're like, oh, with a vegetable sauce or whatever. Like, okay, I'm thinking like a pureed sauce. No, they just took like Campbell's canned vegetable soup and put it in a bowl. And it was like, this is what you're supposed to do. Like, oh, come on. Like, really?
You don't.
Yeah. And so
Lazy fucks.
yeah, and like the chicken looked like, you know, the Cisco chicken, like the distributorship, and it wasn't like with the fake grill marks on it. Like it was just like, all right. It was, yeah, we were like, we're not doing it. Like, we'll try things.
Name and shame these motherfuckers, bro.
I did. King Tut in Fort Worth. It's called? Yeah. King Tut in Fort Worth. And it was
get your shit together, boys, girls, whatever.
Like call yourself Greek, not Egyptian. It's not Egyptian food. Like you had maybe
towns in Egypt, bro, as well. You know, like Alexandria.
Well, yeah, I know. Like there's
Memphis.
Yeah,
the real Memphis. That is
like I don't know. It was fine, but it's on the list of no, we're not doing that again. We're not.
Yeah, no. Take it from me. I'll write it down. You will absolutely love pasticho. I'll write it down so you know what it is. It's up to you if you do it. I'll wish you do it because I promise you, John, you will not be disappointed, bro.
The cooking class, we're up to whatever they tell us we're cooking.
They're gonna have no clue.
We're doing a Mediterranean cooking class on Sunday.
You're gonna do a fancy pasta, bro, for Mediterranean. That's what it's gonna fucking be. You watch.
We'll see. I don't know. Look, I'll take pictures and send it to you. I'll take pictures. I swear, if it's
pasta, I'm gonna be pissed. Because I got a bad feeling, bro.
Oh.
It'll be like a pasta bucket with like olives or some shit in it, bro. No cleaning fish, Chris, for crying out loud. Jesus. What I tell you about playing with your own fist?
All right, Jimmy. Well, I think the only way to make sure that we don't see this anymore is that we end the show. So let's end the show today. Yeah, it's time to shut it down. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here today. Thank you for being a part of the best show on Channel Attitude, the place where you can listen to any show on the internet for $5 a month. Really, I think it's the best show on the best value for your dollar, the best shows on the internet for $5 a month. Ben Hameen, Stevie Richards, all the different people that you can listen to on here and check all that kind of stuff out. Make sure you're checking it out and seeing who you can do. And of course, as always, with on top of the fact that you get myself and Jimmy, you can listen to past shows of other hosts and combinations. Smack Attack is the original. It's the first show of the people, by the people, for the people. It's always been that case. You can listen to all kinds of archive episodes, but also you can listen to this guy right over here. This guy on Sundays and other channels on the Hameen Media Group on Channel Attitude. This guy, Jimmy T. Jimmy, where can they hear you on different shows and where can they find you on the internet?
Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, or actually 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, with myself and the vet, where we sift through the AEW wreckage. And it's a lot of wreckage. It's going to be a lot of shit to sift through, no doubt about it. So tune in for that, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, exactly tomorrow. Also, though, on Tuesday mornings, it's also myself and Big Ray Hernandez, who, if you like your WWE Raw, well, then you've tuned into the right show, because it's I Like It Raw with myself and Big Ray, where we talk all things Monday Night Raw every Tuesday mornings, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, right here on the very and exclusive to Hameen Media Group YouTube channel. It's exclusively on that, not on channelattitude.com, but right here, exclusively on the YouTubes. So like and subscribe. So look out for that. And but most importantly, if you, like John was saying about the archive shows of this very show, unfortunately or fortunately, you got to join up and subscribe at channelattitude.com, where for $5, not only do you get the realest, but also the best talk in all of pro wrestling. Not just us, but we got Stevie Richards, we got Vince Russo, we got Ben Hameen, We got the vet. We got.
Are you going to repeat what I
BRB.
just said? Are you
I'm
repeating
just
it?
double. Hey, I'm double doing it. Double duties. All right. So I'm
You
just
said
putting it
duty.
out there. I'm doing
You
the
said duty.
promotions for everybody, and yeah, exactly. Tomorrow will be fun revamp because it is myself and the vet where we just blast AEW, and hopefully we've got some positive things to say, but I don't know. I kind of doubt it, but we'll see. So tune in for all that. And if you want to follow me, you can right there on the X at DJ MassFX and also at the PWC Network. Like and subscribe at HamiMediaGroup.public.com for all our affiliate shows. And that's a wrap, man. I think I've said it all. Thank you.
It's not a wrap.
It's a Suvlaki Yiro, all right? There we
There
go.
you go.
Happy.
There you go. And
God
of course,
damn it, pal.
And of course, as we wrap up the Smack Tech, which is the show of the people, by the people, for the people, we always want to end with highlighting everybody who was here today. So thanks, Blaze Nick and Revamp Wrestling, Lab Rat, Cold Blooded was in the house today. Chris Winland started the show, and then he came in at the end here a little bit, probably creeping along the way. Let's see. Let's scroll up. Who else? Oh, Orlando Connor, his first time here on the show. Good to see you. Thanks for being here and being a part of the show as always. Let's scroll up because we got Lab Rat, we got Blaze Nick, we've got everybody here. G-Ball was here for a little bit. Saint Vicious was here for a little bit on this 6-star show. Frank's Pickle Barrel Ass made it worthwhile and being a part of the show as always. We had Aaron Ben Shlomo here for a little bit. RBV, Richard Bronson Vickery was in the show. Arzol was here. Good to see Arzol for just a touch. He made it. And then, of course, at the top of the show, we had Jerome, who was here for just a minute and saying hey to everybody there as well. And apparently someone came on my Twitch string, and he was called Tony Lamont Poker, and he said this was shitty, so he can go eat a bag of dicks. So his profile looks like a douchebag anyway, so who cares? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's been our show for today. We hope you have a great day, a great week. I know I'm going to have a good weekend. I hope you guys have a great weekend too, and you have a great week, and we will see you next time on the